Hi, ladies. Thanks so much for being here, for supporting this community of women. Welcome to Zenful Conversations. We're here in this group, in this community, every single day, having conversations about self-love, our relationship with ourselves, deepening and strengthening that. And we're in our 6th year. This year, the conversation has taken a turn. Conversation is asking us to practice, strengthen, deepen our practice. And that's what we're doing this year. The practice comes to us through this book offered to us by Mark Nepo, The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. This New York Times bestseller is described as having the life you want by being present to the life you have. So let's take a breath. Come in, releasing outside stimulation for just a bit. Coming into the breath, feeling in your body, being present for our own lives. The message for this Zenful Conversation, day number 1824, is titled Loving Yourself. Loving Yourself. There's a quote offered to us by Martin Buber. I begin to realize that in inquiring about my own origin and goal, I am inquiring about something other than myself. In this very realization, I begin to recognize the origin and goal of the world. In loving ourselves, we love the world. For just as fire, rock, and water are all made up of molecules, everything, including you and me, is connected by a small piece of the beginning. Yet, how do we love ourselves? It is as difficult at times as seeing the back of your head. It can be as elusive as it is necessary. I have tried and tripped many times. And I can only say that loving yourself is like feeding a clear bird that no one else can see. You must be still and offer your palmful of secrets like delicate seeds as she eats your secrets. No longer secret. She glows and you lighten, and her voice, which only you can hear, is your voice bereft of plan. And the light through her body will bathe you till you wonder why the gems in your palm were ever fisted. Others will think you crazed to wait on something no one sees. But the clear bird only wants to feed and fly and sing. She only wants light in her belly. And once in a great while, if someone loves you enough, they might see her rise from the nest beneath your fear. So powerful, these messages. So powerful, these messages. In this way, I've learned that loving yourself requires a courage unlike any other. It requires us to believe in and stay loyal to something no one else can see that keeps us in the world, our own self-worth. All the great moments of conception, the birth of mountains, of trees, of fish, of prophets, and the truth of relationships that last, all begin where no one can see. And it is our job not to extinguish what is so beautifully begun. For once full of light, everything is safely on its way, not pain-free, but unencumbered. And the air beneath your wings is the same air that trills in my throat, and the empty benches in snow are as much a part of us as the empty figures who slouch on them in the spring. When we believe in what no one else can see, we find we are each other. And all moments of living, no matter how difficult, come back into some central point where self and world are one. Where light pours in and out at once. And once there, I realize, make real before me, that this moment, whatever it might be, is a fine moment to live and a fine moment to die. Ooh, my. Loving yourself is what the message is titled today. And right there at the beginning of that paragraph 2, it says, yet how do we love ourselves? This is an incredibly challenging practice to start with. I know you can overcome it because I have. And I also know that if I came from the lack of self-worth that I came from to where I am now, that you can too. So I'm going to share Dr. Darcy Lord's 5 principles for self-love practice. Dr. Darcy Lord is a self-love expert, and she knew that that knowing how to practice this self-love is a challenge. Like one of the things that she faced was, okay, well, self-love is where it's at, but how do I do it? So she came up with 5 guiding tenets to transform your life through intentional inner kindness. And that's what I'm going to share here. Principle number 1, it's 5 principles for self-love practice. Principle number 1 is to care about how you feel. So we need to be aware of how we feel to start with, but we have to care about how we feel. Care about how we feel. Principle number 2 is to make your inner guidance your highest authority. Principle to practice number 3 is offer yourself kind words and kind action. So, like, you could ask, if I chose to be kind to myself, what do I need right now? What is one kind action I could take right now? Principle number 4 for self-love practice is to practice self-compassion and self-celebration. And principle number 5 is to hold yourself accountable and let yourself off the hook. Hold yourself accountable. We need to be there for ourselves. This is how we gain trust in ourselves again from letting ourselves down multiple times. We gain trust in ourselves by holding ourselves accountable and doing what we want to do for ourselves. And let yourself off the hook. Don't be so damned hard on ourselves, right? We deserve to be let off the hook. Care about how you feel. Make your inner guidance your highest authority. Offer yourself kind words and kind actions. Practice self-compassion and self-celebration. Hold yourself accountable and let yourself off the hook. 5 guiding tenets to transform your life through intentional inner kindness. 5 principles for self-love practice, offered to us by Dr. Darcy Lord. A lot of you know that I've been on a healing journey for quite some time. That's what started these messages. I started this, I believe it was 2019, might have been the first year. I think it was 2019, 19, 20, 22, 3, 4. Yeah, 2019, January 2019, we began these conversations. And I was reading the book at the time, Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie. And I said, this is fantastic. I need to share it. And that's what started it. We started doing it every day from there. And this practice of self-love, implementing this practice of self-love is really the foundation where everything else is going to grow from. And because of all of this practice, I am now a self-love advocate, which is insanely beautiful because I was professional at a self-hater. I see some photos of me now in my youth and it makes me cry how much I disliked myself. Various reasons, right? Whatever. We all have stuff. What I'm trying to say and what I want to relay is that this practice will get you through it. Don't have to be big steps, just need to be steps. Consistency is key, and that's why we're here every day, to practice. Loving yourself. Thank you, Mark Nepo. Let's see what the journaling prompt is for today. Journaling prompt comes from the 365 Spiritual Journal Awareness Questions for the Soul by Zen Mirrors. And today's message. We have a little statement. Calmness, calm, C-A-L-M, calmness will save you. It rests when fear rages. Calmness will save you. It rests when fear rages. Ooh. What 3 things can you do to feel calmer on a regular basis? You know this. This is where our self-discipline comes in. Because if you know it and you don't do it, what does that say? It's one thing if we don't know, but we do. What 3 things can you do to feel calmer on a regular basis? At the time of this recording, it's 3:11 p.m. Eastern on this Thursday, January 25th. 4 o'clock today, we have an offering via Zoom for women. This is a women's community called the Zenful Breath. It's a 30-minute quiet interlude practice. I'd love to have you come by. Please visit zenfulconversations.com. Look around. There's a lot of pages to look through. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have any interest in anything or what you might even like to see. In deep and honest gratitude for your loving kindness. Namaste. Namaste.